Good evening, everyone. Let's talk about a little different topic. I've clubbed two practicals into one, two topics into one, and because I feel both of them are very interconnected to each other. The first one is an effective learning environment. Okay, so the question is, what is actually an effective learning environment? Second question is communication skills. Should teacher have good communication skills, or what should be the communication skills of a particular teacher, or say teachers? Sorry. So I believe both the systems are interlinked because a teacher can create an effective learning environment if he has good communication skills. A teacher can promote effective learning environment if he is very motivating. So there are different ways where a teacher can ensure effective learning environment. Okay. Apart from this, effective learning environment, we know it should be neat, tidy, clean, attractive, well aerated. All those things does make a classroom more convenient for learning. But of course, the communication skills of the teacher will make the environment most effective. Okay. So I've this is my experience, and I've been listening this from students quite long, that we have a teacher. He's wonderful in knowledge, cannot communicate, cannot deliver his knowledge, cannot deliver up to his knowledge. I've been listening this for so long. So this question is always there, and so I was reading about some articles. So this is one of them: the communication skills of a teacher and its role in development of students' academic success. So what they basically found out that even the students as well as the teacher himself believes that communication skills forms a very important aspect of teaching. So of course the skill, the knowledge has to be there, okay, about my particular profession. So when I'm, for example, when I'm taking ortho clinical or PT ortho, of course I should know about PT ortho. Then only my communication skills will be complemented. Similarly, so it's two half of the coins. You cannot separate them. A teacher should have effective communication skills. The other thing that they found out was teachers who have good communication skills, the students' academic success was better. So you can go and read about this paper. It's a nice way of looking at why communication skills is particularly important. Okay, so teaching is generally considered as only 50% knowledge. I don't say 50%, let's take it 70% knowledge and 30% interpersonal or communication skills. So it's very important for a teacher that not just give a quality lecture, but the presentation of the lecture, the lesson plan, the overall presentation has to be good. So as I said before, it has to complement. Communication skill has to complement knowledge. Knowledge has to complement communication skills. Both has to go hand in hand. So I think we should make it a little more simpler and say that of course a teacher should have a good communication skills. So now what are those communication skills? Okay, so these are just very broad 4 points. Okay, the teacher should be positive motivator. Okay, so whenever he speaks, he should motivate or at least try to motivate the students. Okay, second thing is he should have an effective body language, confident, showing great respect for the students, great respect for the profession, have effective body language, effective body attire, clothes, all should reflect a particular profession. Then sense of humor, of course, here and there when the class gets boring, should have a sense of humor to crack a professional joke, or say a little bit make class light, or take on a lighter note. That's all things needs to be there in the communication. And then finally, of course, the technical skills. So he or she should know about what she is talking about. Okay, just doesn't having good communication skills won't be sufficient. You need to speak, okay, sensibly. So I think these 4 points more or lessly summarizes that a student and a teacher both, whenever they're trying to teach, let's say anybody who's trying to teach should can use these components. Okay, can use a little bit of motivation in his lectures, a little bit of sense of humor, and of course the technical skills. So I hope everybody understood the concept. Okay, the effective learning environment means the class, the environment of the class has to be maintained. Discipline, decorum, all those things has to be maintained by the teacher. A lot will depend upon the knowledge of the teacher. uh, a lot will depend upon the communication skills of the teacher. So this is all about effective learning environment and effective communication skills. Okay, very broadly I've defined it. Thank you so much for listening.